Heyo everyone. I don't know why StreamYard just made Nicole and Kelly's hellos disappear. But I see you, Nicole and Kelly. I know you're here, and I say hello. I'm gonna, oh god. I'm going to go and change this to dark mode and then put the YouTube chat up here because why are you not in dark mode already? No, not restricted mode. Oh my god, it's so bright. Look, for those who don't know, my husband has very dark eyes. I have very light eyes. But Sam, what does that have to do with anything, you may say? This is his computer, set up for his eyeballs, which because he the more is it melanin or melatonin? I think it's melanin.
Melanin.
Yeah. The more melanin you have in your eye, the darker your eye, the more light is blocked. Therefore, the lighter your eyes, the less light is blocked. Therefore, he and I have very different ideas of what is bright. And I am
Hi, RP.
Hello, RP. I'm just struggling. Don't mind me. Everyone, tell me how your weekend went. Trying to put this web browser in dark mode.
My weekend went so good. I started using Notion for the first time in my life.
Ooh, sweet. Are you liking it?
I paid for a template, so yes.
Ooh. Very good time.
I don't have to try and figure out how to set it up myself, so I'm good.
I have heard that Notion is very similar to Milanote, so.
No, very different.
Oh, very different. Am
Yeah.
I thinking of something else? What is Notion used for?
It's like a wiki.
I was in fact thinking of something very different. Hold on. Well, I mean, you can keep talking. I can hear.
Okay.
I'm fetching a thing on the other side of the room.
How dare it be way over there?
Well, in order to make it so that I can see, now the people cannot see me. So I'm trying to fix this.
Is that your reading lamp?
Yeah, Tina bought it for me.
Nice.
It usually sits over on my little table so that I can read at night.
Look at that beautiful face.
That's better. That's as good as we're getting in the corner. We had the light from here, but then with everything on dark mode, we no longer have light. Speaking of Tina, hello! And hey, cool gamer. Also, the auto intro and outro videos are working now for StreamYard for me, and I am over the moon. So is the reusable studio. So that's fun. Hey, yo, Jessica.
Yeah, so I started using Notion. I have that all set up for my 12-week year. And then I have my Milanote at the same time, which is where I'm doing all like my time blocking and everything for my R&R that I'm working on still. So I'm using them both in tandem, and it's going great so far. So tonight I am finishing chapter 2 of my draft.
I may have to look into Notion because I have to find a with the computer issues that I am having. I can't I can work in Milanote from anywhere, especially since they will now let me look. They'll let me do desktop mode via my phone, which just made my life so much easier now. And I can type from anywhere, but I kind of want to find a better writing program than the one I'm using. So I have to try things, which is hard. RP said my weekend was good. I sat around, did nothing on Saturday, got to write on Sunday, found a couple of people to beta read my whip. Nice. I got some writing done Friday, which I I went back. I made myself so sad because uh I input my numbers into my, daily word tracker that I had not updated since August because I hadn't, and I discovered I didn't write in August or September, so I didn't need to update it. And I was like, oh,
Oh,
well. But I also, because I decided to continue writing, but not writing as a career yet. So basically, like, instead of looking at it like, oh well, like I'm behind on trying to I'm trying to publish and everything. I have manuscripts ready for when I pursue publishing this. It's all about changing the mentality. I mean, it's not easy though. Let nobody pretend and say it's easy to switch mentalities. But I've been working on switching the mentality over. But part of that was also because originally my word count for the year was set up with it in mind. I wanted to have a first draft done. And so I changed it because last year my word count was just to have the equivalent of 100 words a day, right? So 36,000 something words. So I went and I switched it, and I actually could still make that goal. I just need like 500-ish a day, which I'm like, I can do that no problem. On the days I write, I actually clock like 5 to 800 in my like 2-ish hours. So I'm like, I can do that.
nice.
So that's my current goal. Um, so my project today is to put the whip through a grammar checker one more time and finish up my Veda questionnaire. Awesome. Jessica said my weekend consisted of getting a few words in and then setting up the paperback formatting for The Lonely Santa Claus and talked to my cover artist. Ooh, intriguing. Oh, also, we celebrated my teenager becoming a teenager.
Oh,
Got him a fancy wallet so he can keep track of his library card and his allowance card all by himself now. He's so excited about it, especially since he's been half whining, half trying to bully the cards out of me. And I'm like, not till you get your wallet. And he's like, well, when am I getting it? I'm like, when your dad orders it. And it just happened to come in on Friday. So that's when he got it. He was able to like put his birthday gift cards and money in it. So that was nice.
nice.
Also, we've started this tradition of where the siblings do not buy birthday presents for each other until after the birthday party. And then after the birthday party, they go like buy presents kind of like in a way based off what wasn't gotten. So
Mm-hmm.
if they know that their sibling really wanted this one book or something and nobody got it for them, then they're like, okay, I'll get that. Which I absolutely adore that they do that. But for the first time, they wanted to go shopping at different stores. So my husband was like, how are we going to do that? Well, the bookstore we like to go to has a cafe in it. And it's a really small bookstore, right? In like an enclosed space. So I was like, okay, I'll take the two boys because the boy wanted to go to a bookstore and the girl wanted to go to an art store. So then my husband took her, and then I took the two boys, and my oldest, I was so proud of him. He went and he sat at the cafe. He bought himself some jelly beans. He was so sufficient. After his siblings gave him his birthday presents, he like wanted to walk around the bookstore to spend a little bit of his birthday money. And he like went right up to the lady, which it was like night and day, like because now my middle is I'm trying to get him more comfortable with going up to like the cashiers and doing things themselves. He's like at the point where my oldest was when I started doing that with him. And so to like see basically the starting point and then where my oldest is now, where he just like walks up and he's like, I would like to buy this one. And then he just like puts his card in. I was like, I'm having mom feels. My middle sister also may murder me because so we're talking about what we're gonna bring to our November turkey day, And my sister looks over at me, the forever aunt, and to fuck with me, she's like, "I would like you to bring three small to medium sized children." And I'm like, "I don't have small children anymore. They're all medium to large." And she's like, "I'm not talking clothes size." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. You realize that after November, all of my children will be in the double digits. I won't have any single digit children anymore." And she stops and she's like, "No, you're not allowed to tell me these things until she's like, "I need 24 hours to accept that this one is a teenager now. You can't just drop this other bomb on me." So it was fun. We had a good time at his birthday party and whatnot. Also, so my baby sister, she like crochets and knits now. And so for like the kids' birthdays and stuff, since they always want like plushes and stuff, well, I mean plushes is always on their list regardless of everything else on their list. So she just makes them custom ones. And this year she made my oldest two emojis. She made him
Oh.
a cry laugh emoji and a like sunglasses emoji. And my oldest, he just goes, "She made me balls." And we're like, "Yeah, yeah, emoji balls." And he's like, "But balls." But
Okay, sir.
Tina's weekend mostly consisted of reading and finally getting the master copy of the outline for False Oracle all polished and up to date so I can go to town on adding a new POV. Nice. That's a smart ritual. Thank you. We try. We have raising children is trial and error, no matter how good a foundation you have. So,
Yeah.
what will you be working on tonight?
Chapter 2 of my R&R.
Hi. Of your what?
Revise and resubmit.
Ah, got you. Whenever somebody says R&R, I think read and relaxation. So I'm like, but what are you reading to relax?
I'm writing.
What are you? Well, have you like announced what you're reading and revising, or?
It's still Seeds of Doubt.
Well, look, with my migraine memory, you could have told me this 80 times, and I still might not. Slowly, things stick in there, but
Middle grade horror.
yeah.
So,
I will. I'm debating. I think I might work on my October project. It's either that or see if there's any admin things I need to do. I know I need to check in on Storytellers Hearth first and see what.
so I also want to get a draft done of my Adult Dark Academia by end of January. So
How far?
I gotta get this done so I can hop onto that. I have one chapter written.
Fair enough. How much more do you have for the R&R?
So I need to add 3 chapters to the beginning and revise 2 more. So I've written 1.5. These 2 are already written, they just need to get revised. So I need to finish chapter 2, write chapter 3, and then revise the rest.
Gotcha. Are you hoping to get it done before the Storytellers Hearth?
Sunday night, I hope to be done.
Oh yeah, the Storytellers Hearth is this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
I knew that earlier, and then I forgot that just as I asked. I was like, yeah, you got like 2 weeks to get it done before the. And oh wait, no.
So I hope to get it done by Sunday night so that next week I can have some beta readers read the first 5 chapters and then incorporate their stuff the week after that and then update my query letter and stuff and
If
get
you
it back
weren't
off.
already planning to, you should totally use the weekend relay to recruit betas.
I should. You're smart.
Thank you.
One smart cookie.
I try. I gotta make up for the fact that I'm getting no writing done, so I have to be good in other areas. The ideas machine. Jessica said I'm plotting the last episode for now of To Kill Me Kindly, and then I get to start on actually writing episode 1. Nice. I will definitely be on episode 1 for the Storytellers Hearth. Awesome. I'll be working on this October project for the Storytellers Hearth because I decided, like, it's a new project, but not a new thought dump. And I was basically just like, I'm going to work on it through all of October. And then after I finish it, I'm going to send Fox everything that I have and make him read it. And then go back to working on Save Her Soul in November. So, but it's one of my, I don't want to say backup whips, back burner whips.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one of the ones that I plan to work on, like when Save Her Soul was with beta readers or at the editors and stuff. So I'm probably gonna pull us up a sprint because I see a GIF in the admin for the Storytellers Hearth that I'm like, what happened? So I think it's just like an embarrassed smile. I did not.
I still need to add the playlist link to my live that's scheduled. I should do that now.
You have it, Laura. I don't even have my live set up yet, but I can make excuses, sort of. All right, are you ready to go into the first sprint?
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go!
Bless you. The timer's paused. Sam, the timer is paused.
I don't know how that happened.
I didn't hear anything, but the timer ended.
Yes, I was double checking something.
Why are you whining, sir? Oh. Let's see, how many words did I get?
That will do. Look, Roy, I'm not a graphic maker. These are my temporary thumbnails so I can streams. No shit, wait, why is the default on Canva MP4? I don't want an MP4.
I got 421 words in this chapter.
Nice.
So I have broken 36K.
Sweet. Congrats.
My first draft of this story was like 19K.
That's a bit of an increase.
Yes. One of the agents was like, this should be like 40K. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Like,
I've already stretched it so far.
Like, I'm not even halfway. I made the thumbnails for my Storytellers Hearth. I had to make 2 because I will be hosting the 3rd stream. Oh, I may have to redo that one. The black logo doesn't look as good as the white logo. Look there.
So right now the kids are telling stories around a campfire in this chapter. So I have to come up what stories they're telling. So I wrote the first one just now. So do you mind if I read it real quick?
No, go ahead, read it. Distract the peoples while I fix my fuck up real quick.
Mine's not that scary, so I'll go first, said Chloe. She tucked her black hair behind her ears, cleared her throat, and started her tale. Once upon a time, there was a prince and a princess. Gabriella groaned, but Jimmy shot her a look. Go on, he encouraged. Chloe nodded and kept going. The prince was a kind boy who was going to be king one day. His father said he needed to be married before he could inherit the throne, so they decided to host a competition to see who would be the future bride. Jaden snuggled deeper into his chair, all eyes on Chloe. The day the competition came, the king had each girl do a test of luck. There were 3 cups on the table, and all but one had poisonous potion. Each girl had to stand behind the cup they chose, then drink it. Chloe took a deep breath. The first girl took a drink and was transformed by the poison into an old lady with knobbly hands and a stooped back. The prince hoped he wouldn't have to marry her. The second girl was partially transformed into a crocodile with long teeth and scales. The prince prayed he wouldn't have to marry her either. The third girl drank from the cup, and his friends leaned closer. She fell down dead, Chloe exclaimed. Turned out she was allergic to the wine. He ended up having to marry the crocodile girl, as the old lady girl died in her sleep that night. People say you can still see the teeth marks on his skeleton after he died because his bride was hungry. So.
Oh, children's story.
Yeah.
That's cute though, I like that.
So that's what I was writing.
Well, you wrote it very well.
Thanks.
The thumbnail's not going to be Fox approved, but I just need a placeholder. It's fine. Oh, I'm gonna see where chat is. Okay.
Roy's right over the computer.
I thought you were booping me for a second. I was
I'm booping this dude. Don't lick my screen. It's a touch screen.
I love you too, Roy. Or if you said, "Oh, I forgot the Storytellers Hearth was this weekend." Not sure how much writing I'll be able to do. I'm going to be in DC with the fam doing a marathon. You'll be doing different kind of sprints. I think the time. Yeah, I don't know. So our internet has not been the best this week, and I was trying to make thumbnails in Canva, and the YouTube would be perfectly fine until I pulled Canva up. So I think Canva was sucking resources from the YouTube somehow. Teo JC. JC shared that she was chatting in streams yesterday and earlier today, and no one could see her comments unless she went and chatted on the phone, which is very rude of YouTube to do. And Jessica and I were bitching about YouTube for JC. And this is when chat noticed the struggle I was having with the timers. Lisa came in and said, "Hi, how long you streaming today?" For about another 2 hours. We got 2 more sprints that will fit in.
Are they both half an hour?
We can make them half an hour.
I don't know how long are they usually. I can't remember.
It's normally, for Monday, it's normally a 30 and then a 20 and a 20. Because my Wednesdays used to be 45, 30, 30.
I'll get the timer down to 20 then.
Okay. Jessica, episode 36 is plotted. I can officially start on episode 1, though I might do that tomorrow and take the rest of this time to crochet, read, and relax. Yeah, you completed a thing. I know a lot of people yawn when they're tired, but I don't yawn when I'm tired. Normally when I'm tired, I just sort of like get loopy and drift off. I yawn when I have a migraine coming in.
Oh no!
So I don't like the yawning. Yes, if I forgot to say congrats before the yawn overtook me, I also share congrats. Yeah, sweet Roy kisses. Kelly got supper put away in the dishes from supper wash. Then with that extended sprint, I managed to get 340 words written and enjoyed the Roy bomb. Yeah, Roy kisses.
Yeah.
Jessica said, "Thank you. I pulled this off. It'll be roughly 4 seasons long, 48 episodes, and each season will take place over a year. 1 episode per month." Nice.
Very cool.
Kelly is asking what Jessica is rating. RP got 10 pages edited. Sweet. Lisa ordered food. Oops, I did spend like almost 2 hours on my story though today, and like 4.5 hours or something total this weekend. That is awesome though. I have a late night stream, so generally, well, late-ish night stream. So generally people are either rushing to make up the progress that they didn't get done, or it's like, I worked today, which is totally valid. We're doing a PJ party today, so JC said nice. Jessica said, "I'm writing an episode of Katie's Persephone, but gay, for my Patreon."
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. Or if you said, "Oh, and I accomplished getting laundry in the washer and getting a drink." That reminds me. My husband, well, when he was getting ready to work, he was like, "Sam, you better work on writing today." And I was like, "But I have laundry to do." He's like, "Let it pile up. I can dig through it." So aggressively supportive. And I was like, "But I have responsibilities." And he's like, "Fuck those." He's like, "You don't have dishes to worry about." He's like, "I can dig through the laundry. It's fine." I did get writing done that day, though, so I felt very like if I didn't, I would fail him on some level. So I was like, I'm a couple hundred words in. Lisa's intrigued. What time does the Storytellers Hearth start? Okay. So stream 1 is at 6 Eastern time, which means the kickoff stream is at it's at 7 Eastern time. I automatically converted it for me, which means kickoff should be 6:30 cuz we do the kickoff streams a half hour before. So, yeah. Our kickoff stream should be at 6:30 and then
PM.
Yes. Thank you. 6:30 p.m. and then Laura actually has. Did I just read that correctly?
Stream number 1.
Laura is number 1. God, this migraine is coming on fast. My ability to think just fucking left.
Mine's at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. We have the playlist already. I will link it right now in chat. So definitely go there and you can set your alerts for the streams. A lot of streams are there. I know 6 is missing because 6 is mine and I'm setting it up now. I think 7 and 8's missing, but most of the others are there. So I believe I have to double check, but yes. So you're telling a story within a story. I love when stories do that. No lie, especially when it's like when the characters are orating the stories and then you like get to like it's kind of like deeper flavor because then it's it's the character telling the story and oh my god,
it's revealing character too.
Yes, thank you. It's a lot of fun, especially if it's a child telling a story. Kids telling stories, it's great. Yeah. I'm sharing all the Laura love as she deserves. DC for the marathon. That sounded really good, Laura. I'd love a 40 or a 30 to be honest. Oh, okay, 20. So like I said, we could do a 30. Normally I prioritize socializing on Monday streams, but a hammer just smashed into my brain. So I might need to take some pain meds and wait for those to kick in to function again. Because
I also should be called for dinner soon, so we'll see.
Yep, DC, I'm doing the Marine Corps marathon and making a trip out of it with my mom and sister and niece. Oh, that sounds super
nice.
Fun. Family treat. Nice. We have lots of stuff to do here in the DC area, so you guys should have a lot of fun. Excuse me. Awesome. I've been having issues with my internet too. Think I have to move my router because my computer doesn't get very good connection to it. Like I'm using my phone's hotspot right now. I have a theory, but I don't care enough to look into it because I've noticed that like my internet has gotten really noticeably bad after the hurricanes and stuff. And though I have city internet technically because we get it through our electric company, I think that perhaps the like main servers or wherever like that stores the majority of the power of the internet might be affected by these hurricanes and stuff, and then that just sort of like drips down. Like I said, that's my theory, and that's only because I know that like a lot of video game companies, their like main servers and stuff will be in like not coastal cities, but just like in high tech cities. So like sometimes my connection to my video game will be like based over in California, even though I'm over here in Tennessee. So like I said, this is my theory. I don't care enough to look into it. It's just that I have noticed that every time the East Coast gets fucked up, so does my internet, regardless of whether or not my city gets fucked up. So, JC said, "That's good, Lisa," which it is. It's especially awesome when you consider I had worked on writing for a sum total of less than 2 hours total in the last 12 months. Hey, I don't think you
Congrats.
were here earlier, but like I went and I updated my because I have a spreadsheet where I try to keep track of my daily word count, which I don't necessarily fill it out every day. I fill it out every time I write. So if I like write on Monday, I write how many words I wrote on Monday, and then if I don't write again until like 2 weeks from Monday, I just I get to fill in, just copy paste the same number for like 2 weeks. But yeah, so I filled it in, and I didn't write anything in August or September at all. I'm so sad. Hold on, I will show you guys how sad it looks right now. Give me a sec to set up the tab.
My mother just texted me that dinner's ready.
Okay. Get us up a sprint ready.
You want it to be 20 still? How long do you
You
need your
can do
meds to
30.
kick in?
I will let you decide if it's 30 or 20. And like you could do a 30, start it, go eat dinner, and then I could talk till it hits 20, or I can leave early.
All right, I put it at 30.
Okay. Oh, well, hold on. I was gonna show the peoples this real quick. I'll do it after the sprint.
Lots of
Show you
graphs.
guys how sad it is right now.
Okie dokie. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go! The tab was muted. That explains why I couldn't hear it.
All right. I'm going to catch up on chat real quick while Laura goes off to dinner. RP, that was just him saying, "Oh, you're in DC." When I say writing, though, I was taking screenshots and building characters and organizing a screenshot folder. Like, pre-writing work is also work. JC's in Maryland, but 5 minutes away from Pennsylvania Avenue, so in the area. Yeah, Laura already corrected PM. Oh, Sam, I'm sorry you have. Well, no, see, I haven't, for clarity, I have not had a migraine all day. Like, I was actually doing okay. Then I yawned really big. And like I said, I don't yawn when I'm tired, which means, like, if I yawn, a migraine is incoming. And then, like, less than 10 minutes later, I could just feel, like, the fog settle in. And then, like, a couple minutes after that, the pain came. So it was, if y'all want to like see, I don't know how visible it is, but you can see on stream a migraine come settle into my head. And I will star that comment by RP, and that's what we will talk about when we get back. But I'm going to take some pain meds. So I gotta find the banner. I'm so annoyed at StreamYard, y'all. Just, I cannot. So I had StreamYard open in the web browser so that I could set up my stream, and I get the description copy pasted. I, gather my co-host information and everything. And then I go to customize in new window, or not new window, customize locations. And then it just disappeared. And I was so confused. And I'm like, oh, maybe the internet just, goofed up, right? And I try it again. And like every time I click slightly outside the pop-up to set it up, it would just disappear. And I've never had such an annoying and frustrating time trying to set up a stream. Like normally setting up streams is like 5-10 minutes tops at this point. But no, finally I said fuck it and I'm setting it up. I set it up on my phone. I was like, this is easier. It shouldn't be easier, but here we are. I've got one more stream to set up because I'm hosting the third break. Hello and welcome back.
Thanks! Dinner was so good.
Ooh, what did you have?
Zuppa Toscana, which is a soup with kale and spicy Italian sausage and potatoes.
Ooh.
And popovers and pineapple on the side. And it's really good.
I had a war with StreamYard. I don't know if you saw my war.
No, I did not.
Or heard my war. I'm so upset with it.
What does StreamYard do? Besides up their price.
So when you go to set up a new live, it like opens in a pop-up window. Did you know if you accidentally click outside that pop-up window, it just exits and you have to start all over?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
So I switched to setting it up on my phone because it won't close on my phone. But I'm just annoyed that I had to do that. I'm like, excuse me.
Had you filled out the entire description box?
Copy pasted everything, replaced the guest links and stuff. Let's see. RP said, so my parents' internet went out for like a week and a half after the last hurricane because the company's main power thing got wrecked by the hurricane. Oh, that sucks. They live in North Carolina, and that power thing the internet company was using was in South Carolina. So, there is merit to my theory. Thank you. Laundry in, food acquired. Aw, yeah. Hooray for food. Kelly got 384 that sprint, and that put her over the word count for the day. Tweet. How dare technology not cooperate? It'll only take a bazillion more years for the Terminators to come after us at this rate. It used to, when you went to set up a stream, it just was the browser page. I don't know why it's a pop-up now. So, that's... I decided to write a quick overview of season 4, and that got me 726 words. Ooh, nice. RP got 10 pages edited.
Nice.
Hold on. I gotta move us about.
Take me on a journey.
Oh my gosh, they move things. Where are my overlays? Now StreamYard has moved my overlays. I'm struggling now. Well, aha! I had to turn that off so that we didn't have a random cross in the. Can we zoom in? Ah, we can. So as we can see here, I did not actually write one word in these months, but if you don't put in at least one, it won't calculate in the formula. So, but I just need to get 9,000 in the last 3 months, and I can do it. So
I believe in you.
thank you. I pulled it in last year. December was like my saving grace. Oh, circles now. So
Roy's just laying there whining at me. He's not even looking at me. Now he is.
I share that more to say, so if anybody's feeling like bad about how little they've been writing, I'm right there with you, buddy. We're in the trenches. I ate food and did the first part of laundry. Oh, you're writing. Looks like mine. See, exactly, Lisa. I will say though, or give myself at least that we're just gonna leave the bullseye there. That my October, I've already written more this month than any other month. So there's that. And thank you. I appreciate that everybody has faith in me. I don't feel too bad about it because I know August and September, there were big life changes there. Also, I talked to my doctor about my shot schedule because I'm supposed to take my shot every like 25 to 27 days, not every 30 days. But insurance is like, no, your shot is supposed to last 30 days. We're not paying you to have a new shot. Like, it's so stupid. It has to be 30 days after I ordered the last shot. So not even after I like took it or anything. So then like it like became issues. Like I basically had to skip a month so that I could start taking my shot on time at all. And I talked to my doctor about maybe if we, instead of going to 25 days, of just increasing the dosage if we can. Because like when I first was prescribed the Emgality, I started taking the recommended dose at the time, which was 120 milligrams. But the shot had like, it hadn't just hit the market, but it wasn't like super commonly taken yet. And it's been a bit. And he looked it up, and the recommended dosage now is between 300 to 450.
That's a bit of a jump.
Yeah. I mean, I assume the 120 that's like their conservative. This is what we'll try first, which is good. My doctor was just like, oh yeah, so we could definitely raise your dosage, and I was like, I would appreciate that. So as of next month, I'll be taking 300 instead of 120, and I'm hoping that means it'll be effective and last the whole month.
Nice.
Well, like more effective, because
yeah,
that would be nice. And if that's the case, y'all just wait. My word count is gonna shoot up. And my dishes will be done every day.
So this month I've been writing some autumnal drabbles for funsies.
Do you want to share any with the class?
Sure.
I would love to hear some, especially with my war on StreamYard right now.
I'll share my screen just in case.
Give me a second, I have to remove our bullseye. That's not what I wanted.
Hold on. Don't. Okay. So the words for the first one
Trying to figure out where to put us.
It's fine. I can scroll.
I'll find a spot. All right.
Okay. So the words I used for the first one were autumn, ghoul, and leaves.
Ooh.
So.
Okay,
autumn...
so hold on. So for these, do you like pick 3 words? Did you find 3 words? How did these 3
words from chat or people on stream?
Okay, awesome.
So
I like knowing the perimeters.
Autumn leaves drift lackadaisically on the breeze, waltzing in patterns only the hibernating insects can decipher. Ghouls flit from tombstone to tombstone, whispering to one another over the carved granite slabs. I sleep beneath the dirt, maggots my only company for now. The chill of the season seeps into my bones, one metacarpal at a time. Soon I'll be called up to join the dance macabre, spin and swirl amongst the rollicking undead until the orange All-Hallows moon descends once again past the purple misty horizon, leading us to our rest, for none can last amongst the incandescent morn. So these are all 100 words exactly.
Nice. My horror lover heart has such a visceral whiplash reaction to like the maggots are my only company, and then the dance macabre. I'm like, oh god, maggot company. Ooh, dance macabre. Like,
The next one was eerie, pumpkin, and cool. So I wrote
I have a prediction. It'll go one of 2 ways. Continue. I want to see if I'm right.
Eerie, flickering eyes glow through the mist, orange and yellow twin flames peering out through carved flesh, the last jack-o'-lantern of the season. Pumpkin patches are picked over, the perfect gourds taken home, half-rotten ones remain. Cool tendrils of creeping winter reach out, caressing the mottled orange skins, threatening to cover them in fractal frost. Spooky season has faded with the twirls of costumes and fall-scented candles. Only the dying remains are left, clinging to November's promise of spice lattes to carry them on for a few more days. Days where the ominous laughter of elves ring. That's it.
It didn't go quite as graphic as I thought it might. Well, it was like, it's in my mind, I thought it would either go super graphic or like middle grade silly. But it was somewhere in the middle.
The next one was cozy harvest crisp firewood.
This is 4 words, Laura.
I know. I know.
It's okay. What are rules there for if not to be just ignored? Wouldn't we?
Exactly. I smile as the firewood crackles and snaps in the hearth. Cider from apples I harvested. Not cinders, oh my gosh. Cider from apples I harvested myself, warming in a kettle placed neatly over the flames. The aroma of cinnamon, clove, and star anise swirls from the kettle's spout, a cozy concoction perfect for these crisp days. I snuggle deeper into my jumper and fluffy blanket, toes encased in slipper socks. It's the perfect autumn day. A knock at my door pulls me from my reverie. Groaning, I disentangle my aching self from the cocoon of warmth and answer it. Hello, Eustace. It's time. I take death's hand like a friend.
I like that. Well, I tend to like anytime people are friendly to death. That reminds me, one of my favorite like versions of death is Death from Supernatural, just because he's always eating
pizza.
I love it. He's always just like, Dean, sit down. Let's have a lunch. This is so good. He's like, I like coming to the mortal world to eat. And I'm like, that's my kind of guy. Ghost cat gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gravestones peek through the mist, markers of where the roaming ghosts are to return every sunrise. Each ethereal spectre glides amongst the dead grass and fallen leaves, white tendrils of fluttering fabrics floating in their wake. The cat with one life left lurks, intimately knowledgeable of the afterlife these humans are experiencing for their first and final time. His grandmother's wraith slinks, tail curling and disappearing around the trunk of a weeping willow before hissing her warning. The hellhounds come. His fur raises as the baying of undead dogs nears. A damned man fleeing for his soul before them. So, yeah. And how many do I have? I have 8. So, do we want to keep going?
I am content with you reading all of them. Chat, you content with listening to all of them? Especially since you have a very nice voice and cadence, so it's very nice with how my head feels right now.
Oh, yay!
And I am enjoying them. I have no idea what facial expressions I'm making, but I am enjoying them a lot. I'm taking advantage of while you're doing this to set up my break stream.
Nice.
So, but what's the next one? Witch, wagon, ride, apple.
Yeah, it's 4 again.
RP could listen all day. See?
Oh.
You just clip this part of the stream. Put the shorts on your channel. Or record them better for your channel.
Record the vertical.
See, you just need like this part.
True.
Cut off the word.
So here is number 5.
Mm-hmm.
The media says a real witch is warty and green. A real witch excels at potions and spells, is able to fly on a broom. But not me. I drive the horse for the wagon rides at the pumpkin patch, dip caramel apples for trick-or-treaters, and read children's poems for chocolate. Until the men in white hoods show up. Until my innate abilities rear up and flare. They twist and strip flesh from bone until all that's left is the blood-stained tatters of expensive sheets of hatred. The kids cower behind me, clinging to my skirts. A real witch protects.
Oh, I like that one. I would like for that one to be expanded upon to a novel series. It also it has very much this similar vibes to what's the song called? Burn It All Down, which is a song I am obsessed with.
Oh.
And like what are the beginning? I don't want to miss quotas. Give me a second. Burn it all down. Yes, that is the one I want. Yeah, so like the very first lyrics are, "This ain't where the legends come from. You're not what a hero looks like. Pretty little flower, won't you sit back down and go play nice?" And then she's like, "Keep talking, keep laughing. One day you'll wish you hadn't. All the people want fire, fire. Maybe it's time they meet their dragon." And so it's like the whole premise of the song is, she's always been told that like she doesn't fit the mold of a hero, and like her origin is like too humble and poor and shitty, and so she's like, fine, I'll just be the villain. Burn it all down, motherfucker.
Nice. Hi, Roy.
Like, I love that.
To join.
She totally agrees with me. Would read the hell out of Prompt 5.
Nice. I'll take that under advisement.
It's like, I have too many projects.
I know! I literally have 26 that I've started and not finished.
I feel you. I have things I must prepare for my website, and they're not getting prepared for my website.
Number 6 is Spectre, Spice, and Pumpkin again. That one kept coming up a lot. Steam rises like a spectre from the spiced pumpkin pie fresh from the oven. It weaves around me like a phantom minky blanket of comfort, textured and soft. For once, I take the time to revel in my accomplishment. Breathe deep the scents and feel the warmth emanating from my creation. It's pure bliss. The quilted oven mitts handed down from my grandmother sit beside the pie on the counter, next to the dog-eared and stained recipe card that was also hers. Like her spirit lingers on in my kitchen, providing me what I need to thrive daily. I smile.
Aw.
That one's the feel-good one.
I mean, the protective witch can be feel good. I found that one feel good. Although we could look at what that says about me, but that's okay. Veil
Um,
filling shroud.
yes. I lay upon the chilling metal table, tubes and stents removed, embalming fluid now filling my dead veins. All I see overhead is sterile light filtered through a shroud that's covering my modesty. My limbs feel insurmountably heavy, unmovable, like I'm chained to this table with unbreakable irons. But that's just my dead flesh anchoring me. If only I had a soul that could pass on, cut free from this weight and wander or pass through the veil. But no, I'm destined to rot beneath the earth, aware of the passage of time, until I fade from loneliness. If only.
Sorry, I heard a suspicious noise right as you like it sounded like my phone hung up on somebody.
Oh no!
What are you doing? And it was so eerie because it happened right as you finished your story, and I'm like, someone's listening in.
And number 8, the final one so far, is Haunted Gothic Mansion. Souls peer through the Gothic windows, camouflaged with the sheets draped over ancient ornate furniture. Spectral maids flit from room to room, murmuring about the washing in the fireplaces. Ghostly children play with the ball in the hallways, bouncing it off walls and wooden floors. Doomed visitors explore, bodies left stiff in the beds. But all stay away from the wine cellar. Specifically, the third barrel of red, where the revenant lurks, bides its time, sharpens its nails and teeth for anything that comes near. For it is hungry, and vengeance is sweet, and mindless murder gives richly filling screams.
There.
Yeah.
The alliterations sprinkled throughout.
I love alliteration.
Alliteration is so good. Okay. Where do I circles again? I would keep us little circles, but the bullseye is not circular.
Mm.
Are you good? She's like, she like starts itching her paw. And then she stands up and then she starts huffing like she ran a marathon, but like a happy huff. And I'm like, I don't know what you're doing over there. Lisa enjoyed the cat one, as did Kelly. Jess would love to read a book with some of these and maybe mention some of the others. Some of them could be like stories within a story that little children tell each other or other people. See, Jess thinks she heard it too. I feel less insane. I don't know.
My phone keeps on giving me notifications, so that might be it.
Possibly. Ghost Kitty could be the protective witch is familiar. Oh, it's an interconnected universe.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Looking at the calendar, I'm going to make an executive decision to let everyone who's here know. If you've read my newsletter, you already know, but CB and I are starting up a book club.
Oh.
And our first stream is going to be November 2nd, which is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We will be talking about Fantasy Lover by Sherilyn Kenyon.
Is that a nonfiction or a fiction?
It's a fiction. Fantasy Lover is like book 0 in the Dark Hunters. The way we're gonna do the book club is it's very much either she or I enjoy the book. The other one is most likely new to the book, and we're going to discuss it and potentially have to defend ourselves.
On guard.
So, but like, at no point are we going to talk about any books that neither of us like, because we're not, like, I have always.
You're not masochists?
I can't, when it comes to reading, I can't say I'm not. I've read some things, Laura. I started reading a webtoon, and I'm like 2 things into the webtoon, and I'm like, what? Oh, this is gonna go places that I hate, and I still read 60 chapters of that webtoon.
Oh my gosh!
But no, what I was gonna say is I have always said, and I maintain, that I don't necessarily want to do like review content or review adjacent content
Uh-huh.
of books. Like, I'm fine with doing let's talks and stuff of movies because it's just like it's a different medium. I especially, as one who wishes to self-publish one day, does not want to put myself down that rabbit hole of readers having higher expectations than they should, because there is a difference between understanding a craft and performing said craft. These I have vastly more, most people have vastly more time and experience learning to do it than actually doing it. So there is usually a gap between our knowledge of how to do something and our ability to do something. So I don't want to fall down that rabbit hole. I've seen a lot of YouTubers fall down that poor rabbit hole.
Did I randomly delete their channel?
iWriter? Oh, Meg Latour?
Yeah.
I guess she did at some point.
I know she stopped posting, but I think she actually like deleted her channel, didn't she? Oh nope.
I know after
It has no playlists, no videos.
Ooh, her site's private too. I like that I said that, and that's the first person you went to.
Yeah.
I know a lot about that, but anyway. But I knew that she went private with a lot of stuff, but I did not realize she removed all of her videos. But yes, she would be a good example of one such YouTuber in which although I have opinions and thoughts on that example that I shall keep to myself, but in general, I do feel it is unfair for that the standard that a lot of debut authors, whether traditional or self-published, receive once they begin a reviewing or writing advice platform. But going back to my other trail of thought, I just don't want to do book review-ish types things, because I also I'm a writer. I make writing things. I don't enjoy the idea of tearing somebody's work apart. I like watching other people do it. I will not lie, but I don't want to do it myself.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna do books where, like, even if, like, say I really like a book, but CB hates it, and she rips the book apart, I will still be there to enthusiastically still love the book and talk positively about it, and vice versa. And I like book clubs because I like actually discussing books, and I very much believe, I am a firm believer in, you need to be able to see the cracks in anything you love.
Yes.
Like, you should not believe anything that you love is perfect, because nothing is perfect. Everything has flaws. I won't tell my husband this about things he loves. And he gets very annoyed when I start picking out things. But in general, And I know that Fantasy Lover is going to be a really interesting first one for a book club because it's so 90s paranormal fantasy. And then there's a lot of. I am not ashamed, but I'm going to have to. There's a lot I'm not going to be able to defend, but there are other things I will defend to my dying day. But it's Julian is not a dark hunter, but he is connected to the other dark hunters, and this is one way I'm gonna get CB to read the Dark Hunter universe. So Fantasy Lover is my pick, and then she's gonna make me read some Chinese gay historical transmigration thing afterward. I'm certain. I'm
Is
not.
it Heaven's official blessing?
I don't. I think she was gonna make me read the demonic cultivation one first.
Okay.
I can't remember, but one of those she's going to make me read. So it's going to be the 2nd. So not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Are they going to be on this channel?
Yes. Actually, we'll probably. It will definitely be on my channel. I have to ask her if she wants to dual cast to both of ours, or if we're going to take turns the way that we did with Wednesdays, and then maybe the books she likes. But yeah, we will announce. I know this first one is kind of a little bit of short notice because I wanted to give newsletter subscribers a little bit of extra time and stuff. So if you're not subscribed to my newsletter, you should be, so that you can learn things. I actually am capable of keeping secrets and not saying things, much as Fox doesn't believe that I am. But yeah, they will be live here. I had my mouse, I like lowered it down, and then I started focusing on taking off my sock with my foot, and then everything went down and it was just the desktop, and I was like, whoa.
You abandoned me like I abandoned you for dinner.
But yeah, so definitely the first one, November 2nd, will be on my channel. Oh, also on CB's channel tomorrow at 2:30 California time, so 4:30 my time, 5:30 Eastern. CB and I will be doing productivity sprints on her channel. She's going to start hosting sprints every other Tuesday instead of Wednesdays because that works better with her schedule. As for, I gotta double check what time the book club is. Hold on, it's in my newsletter. I'm gonna go check that. I am so excited to have my newsletter back, y'all. You don't even know. I missed writing my newsletter to you guys.
Oh, newsletters.
I was also very proud of myself, and Fox was, of course, ashamed of me, as per usual, that my newsletter subject this time is something about Sam's book talk, but like TALK. But he. It will be November 2nd at 5 p.m. Central. So I picked
the last fantasy book I finished.
Cover of Fantasy Lover I could find for the newsletter.
The last fantasy book I finished was Dark Rise by C.S. Pacat.
Ooh, nice.
Oh my gosh, flippin' love it.
Well, Laura, if you wish to start a book club, I can promise you I can read multiple books in a month. And I would love to gush and talk and pick at them.
Yay. Oh my gosh, though, the last book I read was #DRCL, Midnight Children Volume 3, the manga series. It's a Dracula retelling at a boarding school in Whitby, England. This author made some choices.
You said manga. I knew choices were going to be made. It's a manga.
Like,
Also, thank you for slipping in to leave a like and enjoy your lurk mode. I hope it's entertaining. But yeah,
like
it's
I
a
was
good
not expecting
funny-
someone to turn into a caterpillar. I was like, oh, okay.
As long as Renfield doesn't eat them, they're fine.
That is very true. Renfield is dressed like a nun. I don't know.
Also, speaking of book clubs, the Nostalgia Trains book this month was Vampire Academy. We'll probably have the stream sometime next week. Let me go check and see if they've decided when. They like to decide at last minute. Nope, it has not been decided yet. But I read it. I think my mother. I'm trying to remember. See, all these like YA books and stuff that I was the age to read when they came out, my mother read.
Yeah.
I know she loves Dimitri. I don't remember her opinion on anything else. And she like watches all the adaptations. But now I've read book 1 and I will probably read more and be so sad that the main pairing cannot be sapphic. Because it's not that they can't be sapphic, it's that I already know they're not sapphic, but
Have you read
codependent couple.
A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson?
Mm-mm.
That one is a polycule, so it's 2 guys and 2 girls. It's very good. It is second person, written as a letter to Dracula. It was originally self-published, but then got a traditional book deal.
Ooh, love that for them.
Yeah. And now they have a bunch of books coming out. Oh my gosh.
Damn. See, that's like super impressive to me, is when like you self-publish and then like you are so successful, publishing companies are like, hey, we'll take you, because because it's such a gatekeep. What's the word I'm looking for? The gate to get into traditional publishing.
It's very narrow.
Yeah, and it's like, and to do so with a book you've already self-published is even like harder, because they usually they won't even look at it because they've already like lost out on a lot. But like with first publishing rights and all of that, and anybody who's already bought your book.
Yeah.
So
it's chef's kiss.
Well, I will look into it. I had weird feel. Okay, so for those who don't know, there have been some people in the YouTube writing community who have published recently. I do not remember all of them off the top of my head. I do know that one of them was published from what looks like, I don't know if they're an imprint or a small publishing house. They're like specifically witchy vibes. And so now I have feels, because I'm like, maybe they would publish my witchy stories. And
I know. This book came out.
Yes, that's one of them. I had a credit on Libro, and so I bought it.
Nice.
But I'm not allowed to read it until I finish all of my paperbacks for the Year of Favorites readathon, which I finished Blood Race. I can see why there wasn't a book 2.
Oh no. I can't read it until I finish doing this writing craft book for my stream with Steek next Tuesday.
Nice.
So I've read it before. It's one of my favorites. And so they took my recommendation that they're doing it. Ooh. So I have to reread it. Darn.
Oh no. Now I just need to finish Maurice, which it's a paperback. It's a small paperback of like 250 pages, but the print isn't that bad. But it's written in that old timey writing that I loathe to read.
Oh no.
The actual story is kind of cute, but my brain has to get past that old timey writing. And that's a challenge sometimes. It's not that I don't like, to be clear, reading and understanding it, not a problem. Enjoying it. It doesn't help that like at first I was like, is it just me or do these adults suck? And then later, no, the adults sucked. But it's fine. I'm reading about a young man's journey discovering he's gay. And that he has gay dreams about people.
This one's queer.
The
It's a
ones,
YA fantasy.
but is it written in old timey writing?
Not really. Like, it has 3 POVs. It starts off on like a ship in the docks, and you're like, okay, we're going like Pirates of the Caribbean.
See,
And then
it would be an easier read for me personally.
so it's like Pirates of the Caribbean at first, but then it meets Gondor for Lord of the
Why
Rings.
do you keep tempting me with all these books? I have to finish the paperback, Laura.
And then the third POV is Pride and Prejudice.
You know the only reason I finished Blood Race as soon as I did? I figured out I could make it read to me in a horribly monotone, robotic voice of the accessibility on the app. But it read it to me. Which, let me tell you, I got real into it for a little while, and then I got to the end, and I'm like, things have stopped making sense.
Oh no!
Like, I have such a whirlwind of mixed feelings with that book, because I will say it is not a bad book. I just am not the target audience for how it ended. I think. If I understood the ending. That's the other thing. I'm not 100% certain. It ended so abruptly. I think the main character sacrificed himself.
It's always fun.
He like murdered somebody, but like, okay, so this, first of all, this poor boy, he's been taking the blame for literally everything that has happened, right? Like, somebody gets him drunk, half seduces him, half bullies him to take them to the secret other world, even though he told them no a lot, but like, I guess also he's very horny, so every time she kissed him, he just forgot he told her no, which I'm like, I'm already not okay with this scenario. But then, like, she gets mad at him and blames him for taking her to the other dimension, and now she can never see life normally. And I'm like, excuse me? What? And then, like, the other main character, she's all like, the fuck did you do? It's been less than a day, and you already blew the secret. And he's like, yes, I know, it's all my fault. And I'm like, fuck, it ain't your fault. What? And then things go good again, and then, like, he's at college, and this other dude fucking starts a fight with him, starts a fire in a building. Building is burning down. This dude our main character tries so hard to not use his magic powers in public, but he has to, because if he doesn't, the other guy is gonna, like, kill the bitch who drunked him. And, like, and then they get, like, back to the other world, and everyone's like, bro, I am so fucking disappointed in you for, like, using magic in the real world. And he's like, I know, I screwed up so bad. And I'm like, you poor dumbass. None of this is your fault. And then,
So it's like the opposite of the Man of Steel situation with the tornado and the dad.
Yes, but like no matter what, because like the female main character, she always asks him. She's like, "So what happened?" And he's just always like, "I fucked up. It's my fault." And I'm like, "But that is not how that. I read it. It was on the. I saw how it happened." But he's just always like he'll take the blame because he feels like he screwed up, and to say anything else is just making excuses. And I'm like, "Sir, no." And then like they have to close off the dimension. Nobody can leave now because in this one part of the timeline, people know they have magic. And everyone's like, that motherfucker was so stupid. Then it gets out. It's like, no, that other guy was gonna kill her, and that's why. But everyone's still more mad at this one guy because he like owned up to it. And I'm like, why? And then dude who started the fire straight out tells the main lead character, yeah, I've murdered people and stolen their powers and their identities before. They're like, what do we do about this man? It's like, well, let's just erase his memory. And then they're like, oh, we can't. We don't have the ability to erase his memory because he's so weirdly overpowered. And then dude is like sets it up so that he can kill the two main characters because they're like special chosen with super special power and whatever. And so he's like, I must kill you like both at the same time. And I'm like, but why do you want to kill them in the first place?
The prophecy says so.
I don't know if they have to be dead for that to happen. But then so he's like trying to kill old girl. And then so our poor gaslit old boy who has whose only crime is being a dumb boy in his early 20s. That is his only crime to this point.
Unforgivable.
And like so old boy is trying to kill our main girl. And then so our main dude kills him to protect her. And then but she's like in the ER for a while, well, the magic ER. And then like they're all like, this man murdered this boy murdered, and he admitted it. He said, I'm guilty. I murdered that man because I hated him. And they're like, we knew they hated each other, but to murder? And I'm like, y'all can read fucking minds. You can before we decide to execute anybody, we should be diving in some memories. This is, I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
But then, like,
this book is like the opposite of coddle your main character.
I know. And then this whole time, also, we've got like old God Merlin Sensei over here who's just like, I'm just letting the children do whatever they want because this is up to them. Fly, little chickadees. That's not his words. Those are my words. But this is like the vibes I get from him. And then, like, but she's all like, he didn't kill him because he hated him. He killed him because he was trying to save my life, because he was trying to murder me. And they're all like, is this true? They're like, nah, you're just saying that to protect him. I'm like, how else you expect her being in the ER? Or you explain it. Like, and then, but so he's on trial, and Sensei's nowhere. Where the fuck is Sensei who could clear this all up? Nowhere. And then she's all like, no, she's like, I would not lie about something this important. Like, no, he killed him to protect me. Just like he used magic to protect that girl. And they're like, is this true? And the boy goes, no, I killed him because I hated him. Well, I guess we're gonna have to execute him because we don't tolerate murder. Like, but the other boy. And she's like, but why did you do that? And he's like, because I suck and I just hold you back. And if I give you all like the power and stuff. But also, I think it's implying because like she's like the sunrise and he's the sunset or some shit like that. They're like two halves of the thing. So like you can't kill one unless you kill the other one at the same time. So I'm sitting here like maybe he thinks because like they're not gonna execute him. They're just gonna like drop him down an abyss that may or may not have a bottom. We don't know. So so like they're just gonna drop him down there. I'm like, does he like now what I wanted to happen is for them to just be like he just falls forever because he can't die and he's just chilling there. That's what I would like. Or he finds the bottom, but like they can't actually execute him because they can't kill him because he can't die unless she dies at the same time. But no, he falls, and then it's like, and then there was nothing, and that's how the book ends. And I'm like, wait, what? Hold on. So did he die? Because the rules established in the universe tell me he couldn't have died. But I don't like and then there was nothing. Because like we've gotten a lot of descriptions of how falling feels in this book.
That's all the sequel is. The sequel is just one page, still falling. And then the third book.
Look, if the sequel started with him being like, and then nothing turned to falling, I'd be down with that. I need to know. It says book 1. Is there a book 2? Oh, there's a there's a book 2. There's a book 3. I was wrong. Excuse me, I was wrong. Like I just have feelings. Like I said, it's not a bad book. I just have very vocal issues with the way that my main dumbass was treated. I will not lie. He is a dumbass. But I love him. He is so dumb. Also, I don't ship them, to be clear. They had no real chemistry. And I don't know why 2/3 of the way through the book it tried to convince me they did. Because she's having a romance with Finn over here, and they have real good chemistry. And then like their romance continues toward the end, and I'm supposed like the narrative is trying to tell me that her and Finn are some weird tragic love because she's fated to be with this other boy who like they're like brother and sister, and I'm like, no, please do not. This is weird. Don't give me that look, Laura.
It's classic.
Look, if it's like they're the other halves, then that means that they could be twins. Don't have to be soulmates.
Platonic soulmates.
Okay, so the synopsis for book 2 is all like, who are you, Icarus, that the earth opens its mouth to receive your blood? Sensei's words were my last thoughts before I fell into the bottomless ravine, plunging toward my own death and bringing about Hawks at the same time. Or so I thought.
Done.
I woke up underwater. I awoke in a strange and unfamiliar world, filled with maze-like forest shadows and nightmares. See, there's not only a bottom to our bottomless ravine, there's a whole ass world.
You just got isekai'd.
Does he turn into a wolf? Because he turns into a bird. And on the cover of Worlds Beneath, it's a boy's face. Well, a man's face, and then a wolf. Which, to me, says shifter. Oh, Hawk's coming to find him. I don't normally read synopsises because they give too much away, but I don't know if I can read more. I have such a love-hate relationship. I'm like, I would read more of this series, but I have to buy them.
Ah.
Got book 1 already. In like 2 months, you guys are gonna hear me bitching about book 2. Because, like I said, I did not dislike this book. I did not hate this book. I just have feelings. I don't have on my scale, on my emotion scale for my book review things. I don't have a. I just had feelings. This book is crazy. I don't even know what's happening. The twist.
Is it twist? My brain went read twincest. I was like, no.
No, they're not actually related. She's several hundred years older than him.
Age gap.
And he's in his 20s, so it's fine. Even though she's like his grandma most of the time. Also, where we, I don't know. Do y'all want to do another sprint? I went off on a tangent. We can do another sprint if you want. Sam, I'm not sure that's better. Hey, I think that after the 20s, I don't care how old your fantasy lover is. You're in your 20s. You're a developed adult. You can make your own mistakes. Lisa's like, I need to change laundry. All right, Laura, pull us up a 15 or a 20. Your choice. Either way, I have to pee. And then look at how much book 2 costs.
It's up.
Oh, there it is. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello. I may or may not be fighting to purchase something.
Is it a book too?
It might be a book too.
Nice.
Look, I tried so hard to find book one anywhere in existence, and I could not, except for purchasing it. But now here we are for book two. My digital order. No, I don't want to sign up for things.
I went out to the living room. Family saw I was alive. I ate some ice cream, took Roy out in the backyard, and I got 134 words.
Woo-hoo! I went to the bathroom. It was vitamin/medicine time in the house because all the children now and I take medicine at the same time. So,
Speaking of which, I need to take my meds.
Medicine.
Where are they?
Oh, I'm so sad. I went to Nook and I was like, why can't I find book two? And it's like, here's your blood race series.
It gave you the whole series?
No, it just groups them together.
Meds have been taken.
For that last sprint, I took the med that I had forgotten to take earlier and then watched YouTube while cuddling the cat. I'm glad you remembered to take it now. I did all that above and then did some writing, organization, and brainstorming. Y'all, the tea I unlocked tonight. So much tea. I would like you all to know that once I finish reading the paperbacks I need to finish reading, I will start working on this. You can't see his face. Hold on. There you go. Now you can see his face.
Oh, I see.
I quite enjoy the cover. I just need for certain characters to not exist anymore, and it sounds like they probably won't exist in book two because one is dead and
Helpful.
the other one I don't see the female lead taking with her on this journey. Also, I just noticed, let's see if I can show you guys. Look, he's falling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want things to go well for him so bad. The next one's longer than the first one.
Of course.
Candy said, thanks for letting me peek in. No problem. I did not know the half sister existed until probably less than 10 minutes ago. Ooh. Dun, dun, dun. Are you taking pictures of, Laura?
I take a screenshots. I just did my 200th adventure with my birdie on Finch.
Oh, nice. My poor Finch bird has been so neglected. He sits there. But all right.
I had to tell Finch I took my meds, so I had to update it.
Yes. You still would like to know how the running is.
I posted my second vlog today for the running channel. Um,
Go
it's
check that out, y'all.
2 months late, but it's up. And yeah, it's been kind of on pause. I wore myself out at Disneyland for 3 days and then got out of the habit. And so I'm getting back
I've
into
been going back and forth a lot too.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I've been to the airport so many times.
Like every time we're gonna, I feel like almost every time we're gonna stream together, you're in the other location.
Ah, yeah. Well,
Like,
not just me going, but I have been driving my mom down to the airport so she could
yeah.
fly out
Oh,
to when she went with my dad to Korea. I flew my dad down. I drove my dad when he went to Salt Lake. I drove my brother and his wife down when they went to Colorado and back, and I had to pick them up. It's just been constant airport.
oh, I feel you. During convention season, that's me. Also, you, so I don't know how many people keep up with the Great British Bake Off, but my husband and I watch it. And this week or last week, I don't know, bread week, someone got a handshake from Paul because they used I'm gonna butcher the word. Convention? Any other time I know how to say it. It's the red seasoning they use in kimchi. And basically anything that requires that red seasoning, but he used it in some bread, and Paul was like, oh, this is so good. And so many people are mad that Paul was impressed just because he's never tasted it before. Yeah, gochujang. That's what it is.
That's right.
Thank you, Lisa, coming to my rescue. Gochujang. Yeah. He used it in bread, and my husband was so mad because Paul made a really big deal, a big fuss about how unique and inventive the flavor was and stuff, and he gave the guy a handshake, and he literally just added gochujang to the bread or whatever. And then my husband, to feel validated, went online to see how other people were reacting to it. Although he this one person confused me because he was reading their comment out loud, and she was talking about how her boyfriend was how in 2024 has this man never had bulgogi, and I'm like, what the fuck's bulgogi got to do with gochu? That's
Different. They taste different.
it in bulgogi, or was it bibimbap? He might have said either way. The dish, he said, does not contain gochujang. I'm but yeah, it's really funny because the chefs on the Great British Bake Off, they often talk about their travels all around the world and stuff. And Paul specifically has said that he's been to different places in Asia. But the more they have non Western European country themed weeks and stuff, the more you can tell they don't have any idea what they're talking about. I didn't get mad, but I was morally offended to the depths of my soul because the judge I usually adore, love her in her alcohol addiction. Um, she was like, this
Is it
one guy
Mary?
made caramel apple something, and she's like, oh, this flavor is terrible, and I'm like, how dare you? Caramel apple is amazing under every circumstance.
Even the lollipops are good.
Right? So terrible for your teeth. So good. Obviously, building a habit of running sucks so much. You get into the habit, and then the first time anything interrupts, it gets so much harder to get back into it. I feel this with going for walks and stuff. I know running is harder, but I forgot my follow up.
It's time
All
for
right,
bed.
well, we will talk to you later. Thank you all for coming. Next week is me and Tina again, and I will
Tina.
bug my co-hosts figure out my November schedule. And I hope to have my November schedule posted next week
It's
instead
already
of.
almost November.
I know. I should actually try to get the November and December schedule set up so that I can figure out when the holiday bash is, because I don't stream past the 21st except the holiday bash. But yeah, it's almost November already. All right, but we will catch you all later. I'll be on CB's channel tomorrow. Laura will be everywhere.
Nia's tomorrow.
Nina tomorrow.
Let me
All right.
find my Milanote. Where else am I gonna be? I'm on so many streams this week.
Make sure you're following Laura so that you can stalk her wherever she goes. But like only internet stalking.
I'm on Nia's tomorrow, Zara's on Wednesday, mine on Thursday, and Storytellers Hearth on Friday. So, yeah, everywhere. Anyway.
Sorry. All right. Thank you all. Bye.